coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming.
Welcome back to Wilson's Reviews, and today I'm going to review Alien Covenant. Finally, I can review this film for you guys. I apologize for the delay. Get into it. Alien Covenant. Now, I've been waiting for this film for a little bit now, like for about a month, because I've been watching all the Alien series, and now Alien series is going to come to a conclusion. So, was this film any good, in my opinion? So, first off, we're going to talk about the story. Now, the story of this is about a ship called the Covenant, and on board is a whole bunch of crew, and they are heading towards a planet called Aurigae 6 to, I guess, start colonizing, and they have embryos of just people in general and all this other stuff, and they're going to repopulate the Earth and make a new. Now, during this time, there is an accident that happens on the ship, and something happens, and they are hit with like some damage, and it also causes some of the crew members to die in their hyperspace chambers. So from there, they fix the ship, and then they head to an unknown planet. They don't really say what this planet is called, so yeah, we're just gonna go with unknown planet. Where they feel like it'd be a good place to check out a distress signal. Plus, the planet they were looking at was apparently seemed better to colonize. And along there, they meet some habitat that doesn't like them, and things happen, and shit happens, and things die, and things run away mad. So obviously that's what just the crux of the story is. The characters that are on board the Covenant are Walter, who is a synthetic, and he is on board as their one and only person to be wandering around on the Covenant as the synthetic. You also have Katherine Waterston, who plays Daniels, Billy Crudup, who plays Christopher Oram, Danny McBride, who plays Tennessee, and Damien Bichir, who plays Sergeant Lope. So basically in this film, they go to see if they can colonize this planet, and they just soon find out that they can't, and that there's been some strange shit happening on this one planet, and why that there was no life forms on this planet. And then they soon find out why. What did I think of the whole film in general? It is an okay film. If you like Prometheus, a lot of people didn't. I didn't mind it. It was okay. I'll probably have to watch it a second time to actually really fully understand. Maybe perhaps I can do that in future reviews. It is a okay conclusion to that kind of the story. It's a really good sort of a vibe of a space film. It is very well shot done. Like the CGI is really nice. I'm going to say that right now. The CGI is beautiful. It is really well done. And there are a lot of times where you watch this film that it isn't CGI. It is actually sets. It is actually locations, and it's really beautiful. I enjoy that. So that is one thing that you got to give this film, that the locations are beautiful. The story is okay to a point. Like, it is just pretty much them. It is pretty much like similar to an Alien film, the first Alien film, where they go on a planet to investigate a distress signal, and they find out that there's no one on this distress signal, and stuff happens to them, and yeah, that's pretty much like that basics. It's not like a copy cut and paste from Alien, but it's just got that similar element to it. Like, there's a distress signal, let's get on. The music is good, along with the sets that they decided to use. It was really nicely well done, and the CGI, like I said, is really good. So like, you were going to get your money's worth in visuals. Like, I think if it was just down to visuals, I'd give it a 9 out of 10 straight away. It is that good looking of a film. It's really nice and beautiful to look at. Even the xenomorphs look excellent, and they're always a little bit hard to do CGI to, and just the design to, and all that. Like, sometimes they've always just used like people in costumes for them, rather than just CGI at times. But what are the negative things about this film? There's a few. First of all, let's go with the characters. There is a lot of characters you just don't give a shit about because they don't get enough screen time to actually talk about much stuff or build as a team. There are cool scenes here and there of like, you know, them coming together as one and hanging out and like, you know, celebrate. Like, you know, when there was time where they wanted to send off their members off to space because they had just died, and the captain wouldn't let them do that, and it's just like weird that he wouldn't. But like anyway, it was good that you get to see some of those scenes where they come together as a team and work it out. But there are other times you just don't give a shit about these characters. There are a set few that you do care. Like, for example, Walter's character is very interesting. Michael Fassbender's character. David is very interesting as a character. He's also played by Michael Fassbender. Tennessee is a really good character, played by Danny McBride. Funny enough, I didn't know I was going to like him or not, and he turned out to be just what I expected, and was a good enough character to portray the character he was portraying. So he wasn't. And Catherine Waterston, she was pretty good in the film as well. But the other characters are just not that good, guys. So don't go into this expecting characters to be very cool in this film. Like I said, there are a few other things that I didn't like. For example, I felt that the death scenes are very obvious. It's just like the obvious like horror film. Oh, I'm gonna go have a cigarette, and then that's when they set up a death. It's like it's no surprise. There's no like, oh, okay, he's gonna die now. Like, you don't know. Like, you don't really feel like that's like how you would do that in a film. Like, I feel like they could have set it up a lot better. Like, you know, to surprise us. Like, because when it does happen, you're like, oh, he's gonna die, because they just set him up to die. And they did it a lot of the times. They did it like, I'm going off to see what happened to this dude. But they didn't go and die. And the other dude's like, oh, I'm gonna go and check on that dude, and he goes and dies. And then, you know, that's just all you have to know really about that. And the ending is a bit obvious. If you guys have watched the film, the ending is very obvious. You just can see it happen from a mile away. If you can't, then I'm sorry. If you can't follow that through, it's very obvious. It's what they were going to do, and yeah, I just wasn't impressed with the ending. I was like, I already saw it coming, and I knew they were going to do that. Like, I think there's a few other things that would piss hardcore Alien fans off. For example, how xenomorphs are made, and just the mythos of that and all that. So, if you're a hardcore Alien fan, just be prepared to maybe get a bit upset with this film and how they show how aliens were made in one way. It's like, it's not as mysterious as we all thought, apparently. Anyway, so what I'm going to give this film, was going to give it a 7, but I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10, just because it is an okay film. It is okay to watch once, maybe at the cinemas, maybe on DVD, perhaps be better because it'd be cheaper, I suppose. And it isn't a film to be totally excited about. It is an okay film. It's a well shot film, and it is worth most of your money and time. If you like aliens, you will like this film. I liked it just because of the visuals, particularly, and just some of the action scenes. Thank you again, guys, for tuning into Will Says Reviews. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, hit a like on this video. If you want to see more content from me, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Will Says Reviews. If you want to give me some ideas for reviews, I'm more than happy to take ideas. Sorry again for the delay. We'll be picking it up as we go on through this week. Thank you again, guys. See you soon. Bye.